Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Norman. Welcome to day 25 of From My Closet, the Easter edition. Today is Easter Sunday, and it's really nice to be with you all today. I actually thought that it would be appropriate to talk a little bit about religion today, which is definitely a controversial subject, but it's one that I can't help but think about because it was such a part of my life growing up all throughout my childhood. And the reason why I say that is because, I was raised in religion, which was Roman Catholicism, but then I was abruptly placed into a Protestant junior high school along with my sister and my brother. And even though those were of the same, Christian faith, they were starkly different, as everybody is probably familiar with the Protestant Revolution against the Catholic Church. They were quite at odds with each other from a dogmatic standpoint. And it left us as young kids feeling awfully confused as far as what's the truth. What about what I've learned here? Isn't this the right way of understanding spirituality? Why are these people telling me that this is wrong and that I will go to hell if I don't believe in what they're believing? Turned out to be a really big mindfuck, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until later in life that I kind of had to divorce myself from the emotion tied to religion, because I just felt that I was living in fear, I was living in doubt, I didn't understand a lot of the reasons why, certain things were done a certain way in the Catholic Church or even in the Protestant Church. And so I kind of just tuned myself out of thinking about religion all in all, and it just became kind of like a situation where I was just going through the motions. I would go to church, I would still go to the Catholic Church, but it just felt like, I would say the prayers, everything is very consistent in the Catholic Church, and it just felt like I was going through the motion. I didn't really feel a very big connection with my higher self or with God when I was there. Same thing with a lot of the celebrations, that we have. At Christmas time, there's so much shopping. There's, so much about Santa Claus and not necessarily about the spirituality of what necessarily Christmas really means. Easter, same thing. A Facebook friend actually reminded me today that Easter was actually a goddess within a pagan religion, pronounced Easter, but spelled Ishtar, which was the goddess of fertility and of procreation. So, Easter and celebrating Easter was really all about sex and fertility, not necessarily about Jesus being, reborn from the grave and raising again on Easter Sunday. It wasn't until Constantine and Christianity took over that they actually kind of usurped the Easter celebration and turned it into a Christian part of religion and a celebration there about Christ. So, interesting. It's these sorts of things that kind of gave me pause and thought, well, you know what? I've been going through religion so mindlessly, just going through the motions and not really feeling that connection. What can I do to get that much deeper and to really find what's important in life and what the purpose of life is, rather than just, feeling like a drone, as it were. And so I found that with really kind of shedding a lot of the dogma and, kind of stripping it down to its core essence, and really finding that if through meditation and through being at peace and really kind of talking to God directly and talking to my higher self directly and connecting with my soul, that I was able to really tap into a love of life and the universe and nature that I hadn't really felt before within the confines of any kind of four-walled church. Because I really believe that among all of us, we probably have churches within our own minds and within our own bodies. I kind of feel like, in religion, we talk about heaven and hell as being kind of like these nebulous separate places, and we're guilted into to behaving a certain way, a good way, or else we'll go to hell. Or if we do enough good things, then we'll, after we die, we'll go to heaven. well, what if heaven and hell actually resides within our own minds? What if in every single day, in every single moment, we can choose to be in heaven or we can choose to be in hell? And this is essentially a state of being that we create by the choices that we have and by who we select to be and how we are in tap with our greater power and understanding the positive or negative impact that we can have on the world. What if we choose this life and create our own misery and choose to kind of entrap ourselves in a mental state of hell? Or on the flip side, what if we choose to find joy and see the good in everything and see that life is really worth living? Doesn't that create kind of a heaven on earth for us? You know, there are certain people that nowadays that feel like, yeah, this kind of is the second coming of Christ. This right now, this very day is Christ being reborn. We kind of went into the cave. We're all, here hunkered down in our homes, which are kind of like our caves. And this is our opportunity to kind of break free and be reborn. And we are Christ. We are essentially what we have been waiting for. And we can embody the spirit of the Lord and of his Son. And we are the ones that are going to help save the world because of the way that we are going to be acting and the way that we are going to be manifesting the future of what this earth can be. It's kind of powerful thinking, but not for everybody, certainly. But I thought that it was just something interesting to share because, Easter is such a profound day to so many, but unfortunately kind of goes unnoticed to a lot of people too. As far as its symbology and, what it could potentially peak inside all of us if we were to really let it. So I'll let that sit with you for a bit, and then I will turn it over to today's giveaway, lighten things up a little bit. Today, I wanted to give away a beautiful bracelet. This is actually a ruby and diamond bracelet with silver. You can see it here. It's got 16 rubies, and it has alternating diamonds. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet that I would love to give to somebody out there who is willing to receive it. If you would like to receive it, all you need to do is let me know, raise your hand, send me your shipping address, and it's yours completely free. Even if you are international, I will help you out. So on that note, I just want to let you know that I am here for you. I'm not a religious speaker. This is just something that I felt compelled to share. It's not, I don't want to, cause anybody to think that I'm starting a Church of Jen, because that's not what this is either. I really am just all about trying to spread a little bit more beauty in the world and a little bit of thought and inspiration for us all to be more mindful and think about living life on purpose. So with that, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.